Zoom button. I want to thank everybody for being here on Thursday, the 20th of September, 2018. And we're off and running. Let's try to give it a little bit of time to settle out and see what it's got to do. Make the markets prove that and earn our money. NASDAQ below 62. We had a buy signal in the Dow, but I believe that I don't know whether that's a buy signal or not in the Russell. It's not a buy signal, but it kind of looks like it with that 5-minute opening range. And we're backing off a little bit in the NASDAQ. Would you please go away?
Call from.
Hello.
Thank you for shopping at Sears. Hello, this is Sears at Oviedo Marketplace. For English, press 1. Español. The merchandise you ordered has arrived and is ready for pickup at Merchandise Pickup. If you have any questions, please contact that department. Store hours are Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 9 p.m., Saturday, 10 a.m. to 9 p.m., and Sunday, 12 noon to 6 p.m. To hear this information again, press star. Thank you for shopping at Sears.
All right, looks like it's starting to back off on the NASDAQ. Yes, the Dow is still going higher along with the S&P. Yeah, with that, that's 60 ticks up. Just got a short signal in the NASDAQ. A little late on the 10. And there's the bounce. I wouldn't be all that interested in shorting the NAS unless it gets below 75.62. Well, what did we say it was? 684. It's like a magnet now. It got within 10. There's 29.30 in the S&P. Now we flipped around to a buy in the NASDAQ. And now it's flipping back down. Sure doesn't look like 8,000 yet. All right, short signal in the NASDAQ. Watch for that break below 62. There it was. It's not bouncing yet. We should have gotten a reaction there. It's maybe starting to come. No. Shows you how weak it is. Hit target 2 before it got any kind of a bounce. And it got stopped out. No signals in the Russell yet. The Dow finally got stopped out from that long at the open at 647. About 40 ticks. S&P marching higher. Got another short signal in the NASDAQ, but I think it's a bit early. Don't like the trend line. Would probably like it better if it got below 75.52. And the Dow's coming back a little bit. So is the S&P. Short signal came in late on the Russell. Now we flip to a long in the NASDAQ. Forget this stuff. It came in late. What's 650 in the Dow, Pablo? Is that your pivot area for the day? NASDAQ's doing a full, okay, full round trip there. I'd actually avoid it till it settled down to some sort of trend. Like we said, the Russell is the weakest. Dow is probably the strongest, followed by the S&P. We're back to 1713, actually about 1712 now in the Russell. Could not hold the prosperity of the 1713 level. Dow new day high. 680, and we're looking for what? 86. Well, says we're at a new high. We tapped it somewhere. According to Thinkorswim, we tapped 685, and it was 684. They changed their numbers. Thanks, David. Chop City and the Russell and then the NASDAQ. $75.75 on NASDAQ. Watch for that to break. It's a key level there. It has overhead resistance above. There we go. 75.80 will be the next, if it gets there. It got to 77.25 and pulled back. Well, we just got to form a continuation pattern. Don't know. Russell's trying to form a continuation pattern to the downside, but it's not really because it's not enough of a trend. Dow's kind of chopping here near the highs, near the all-time high. S&P grinding higher. There we go in the NASDAQ continuation pattern. Now it's attacking the highs of the day. And there we go. Good momentums. Does it look like there was a lot of follow through there? There could be, but we'll see. And the Dow's backing off. Russell just kind of chopping. Look, if Russell gets over 17.14.5, could probably run 10, one full point, maybe 10 ticks. There we go again on the NAS. S&P grinding higher. And Russell's battling that 14.5. The Nasdaq's grinding higher, but man, it's sure whipsawing within every other candle. Short signal in the Dow, a little late. I did say before, watch below 644. Let's see if it gets below this again. Say 640. We could easily run to 600 again, 610.
Order pending.
I may regret this.
Order canceled.
I'll pull it off. I don't like it. Don't short the strongest one. Pick on the weak ones. S&P pulling back with the Dow. They're all pulling back, really. Let's see if that Dow follows through. Looking for 637. We're at the fork in the road on the Dow. Looks like the bulls don't want to give up so easily. What's that level there? Russell gave a buy signal here. Momentums are saying it's okay. Not a lot of open space above. Well, it's working. Dow's coming down to that level. Dow looks short right now. Well, there's 37. Target one on that long in the Russell is 16.5 or so. Dow's coming back down to 1637 again. S&P coming back. All the markets are pulling down. NASDAQ gave a short signal and then immediately reverses back up. But the candle didn't finish. There's target one. That peach colored line is target 3 actually. You guys can't see it. There we go. See, all this congestion over to the left makes it difficult. Dow refuses to go lower. S&P has a lot of congestion right at R2. Looks like NASDAQ's refusing to go lower as well. Thanks, John. We may, with all that movement that we had over in the pre-market, we may just bounce around here today. My guess is the only real trade we might get is just a bit of a sell-off. The only high probability trade. Thanks, Pablo. Well, the trash guys are outside and the dogs are not barking. They usually bark like crazy. So the long signal did not come about right now. Russell never made it up to that target. Got stopped out first. A little bit of a late long signal in the NASDAQ. Still in chop, really, as far as I can see. 2 minutes to the existing home sales. I'll be right back. Pumpkins, come sit down. Come sit down, baby. Yeah, come on. Come on, sit. You're my baby girl. Okay. Here we go. There's 10 o'clock. Let's see if we get any reaction. Well, Finally got up to 17, 16 and a half. Russell is doing high of the day. Tagged it. Did not get out yet. New day high in the Russell. New day high in the NASDAQ. Coming up on R2. Well, I would probably explain why we got a muted reaction, huh? In line. Russell's still going. What's the green line on the Russell? That's a good question. Let me research that and get back to you in a second. Obviously, it was a 17, 17, 8. Well, it looks like it was a level from 17th of September, 9:45. Is that any better? I don't know why I made it green. John K., he might be talking about 10%, maybe even 7, I don't know. We've had minor corrections along the way. Dips to the 50, dips to 200 in some stocks. I mean, the other thing is, in lots of bull markets, you get rotations where the whole market doesn't dip or pull back, but we get rotation from one sector to the next. Right now we're getting a rotation into financials. I'm sorry I didn't call any or take any trades yet. I just didn't see any. Thanks, Bobble. I guess the NASDAQ breaking over 85 possibly was a long, but that's 2020 hindsight. The momentum oscillators were both good. Okay, looks like Russell's pulling back. Late signal though. Dow just kind of flopping there. Okay, folks, I need to talk to Rick for a couple of minutes. I will be right back. Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
How are you doing today?
Pretty good. How about you?
Eyes cleared up. I get headaches a little bit, though, but that's probably to be expected.
Yeah, I bet. They go messing with your eyeballs.
I called it they were amputating my right eye. So what's up?
Well, okay, let's talk about something. What can we do? Because here's, we can open up the room if you want. I can send an email out, have people stop by. That's relatively easy to do.
Right.
Things like that.
I think that alone would work quite a bit. I mean, I've got a couple people that, about a half a dozen or so that have followed me in the last week based upon what I've posted, but unless there's some overriding reason for them to join, they can just look at my YouTube videos, but they really can't see anything without a trial, or which we're ways away from that. But maybe a few days open house might work.
Okay. And we could put a trial on. That's not a problem. I mean, we could create a futures trial. We could absolutely do that. How long would you want the trial for?
I don't know, anything 2 weeks or more. Anything less than that's probably not long enough.
Okay.
Maybe something like 2 weeks for $14. That's $1 a day. A little more than that, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Is that not fit, or do we?
No.
Somebody said why don't the other day they said why don't we have a trial in the futures like we do in RWO and whatever.
Well, that's just it. We could do a monthly trial, $14, just like we do.
That would make kind of a lot of sense. It wouldn't. It would fit. Seem logical.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I can then I can push it, because we're talking about we haven't had any new sign-ups. So
right. Yeah, we need to. Yeah.
I need a carrot.
All right. So okay, I can make this happen, and this can probably happen by the end of the week.
All right.
There's even a chance it could be ready today.
Oh, fine. It's just so I can push something out on social media that at some point.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. I will get this going, and we'll get this done. Let's don't open the room up until we promote this for a couple of days, and then we can open the room up. A great time to open the room up is the last week of the month, because then the password is, you're only giving a week's worth of password away. So let's plan to do that. We'll open the room up the last week.
Next Monday is next week is the last full week of the month. But the 27th is Friday.
Yeah. No.
God, we lost another month. Hey, I was looking at your returns. You and I have pretty consistent, the same dollar amount, but yours, since you started from 5,000 and I started from 8, almost double yours. the percentages are quite a bit different.
Yeah.
But yeah, good job.
Yeah. Oh, you too. And that's something we need to make sure that's promoted because that is people like that. People like to see that.
Right, right, and it's out there, and I update the P&L every day, and I push it as much as I can.
So and where are you putting it?
Mostly in stock twits. Obviously, I put it on. We have a link on the performance page from Hidden One Candlesticks, both inside the members and in the prospective members area. And then I'm not very. I have not been very good at establishing anything on a business Facebook page because I'm baffled about how to do it on anything. It keeps defaulting to my personal page.
And that is why I despise Facebook.
Yeah, it's fucked up if you ask me.
It is. And I got to tell you, I don't have a good view of Facebook and trying to sell on Facebook. I don't. But that's just me.
Doug's a big proponent of it, and it works for him. But he's smart enough to know how to make it work.
Yeah. We'll see.
And I'm not a Twitter fan, so basically it's my promoting the YouTube page and the stock twits, and I've got 500 followers in stock twits, and
that's great. That's great. So now we just need to get them over there. But if we open the room up, well, let me get this trial. Let's start with that. That's number one.
Okay.
We'll make that happen this week. So there'll be a trial ready to go.
Yeah.
And we'll get that done, and then go from there. Sound good?
Perfect. It gives me the carrot to put out there on the path out there and get them to follow it in.
Yeah. And then once we get the trial done, we'll open the room the last week, so that'll get some flow, some new questions, things like that.
Yeah. I'm getting a lot of participation with, say, about 3 or 4 people. We've got 40 people signed up, but we hardly have anything more than 20 people show up. But hey,
that happens with us too.
Okay.
Yeah, it happens with us too. All right, sounds good. I'll get this working, get it taken care of. All right.
All right. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Steve.
All right. Take care. Bye. Okay, I'm back. Look at that NASDAQ just hugging 7,600, huh? If we break up over 7,600, we could get a little bit of a mini explosion. I got to get something for my, to wet my whistle. I'll be right back, guys. Where's Lilo? Get back. Buddy? You don't like it? Okay. Yeah, I know. It's a bit plain. Whoops. Pick it up there, Stitch. Okay, buddy. Here you go, buddy. Okay, all gone. No more. Oh, boy. Wow, there's the breakout. All I had to do was step away. All right, 7,600, 76, almost got 10. Let's call it 9. So you got about 8.5 to 9 points. 9 times 9 fours is 36. That was a full target there, guys. Hey, RJ. No, I was just feeding him something. He didn't like it. He did not like it. What I don't understand is that the CPT signal took until 76:05 to print. Now we can go intra-candle, but still I'm surprised that it didn't print at the end of the candle, that first one right there. Say it's 76:03 or something like that. And it pulled right back, no follow through. And if we look, we broke out there. Let's go back and let's look down. This is the breakout. The momentum oscillator here is just okay, but the R squeeze is not. It's actually going down. This is telling us we probably don't have any follow through unless it changes right away, and it did not. So it was likely to fail. That's what I love about having those secondary indicators. Price is king, but you got to be aware of the others. Kind of help you decide whether to stay with the trade or even take it in the first place. Dow's coming down to a possible sell area with 2630. I remember we had 637. We formed a really tight range here. And there we are. We're breaking lower. Now, the momentums just aren't getting me thrilled a lot. Could work to maybe 10, but 20 some odd ticks. I'd sure like to see 30 or 40 in the cards, and it's just not going to work. Oh boy. At least I haven't taken any trades and given money back. right, then CPT gave the short signal, in my mind, late on Dow. NASDAQ pulled back to 7,600. Let's see if it holds that breakout level. I'm thinking not. I think it could come back to 75.95. Then we'll see. Well, we've got 10 points in the Dow short. All right, we just got a short signal in the Russell, and the target would be 13 from 15. That would be actually 13.5, 13.7. It's in chomp. I'd be careful. And the Dow's bouncing. NASDAQ pulled back pretty darn close to that level we were looking at. Now let's see what happens if it breaks 75.94 half in the NASDAQ. Be nice if it got a reaction around that level. Getting a little inter-candle reaction. Take that to an 8. That red line you see on NASDAQ is where the short would have been. Now, if we can get a bounce back up to somewhere around 97.5. Don't want it to be above 98.5. Well, a red candle here would be a continuation pattern.
Order pending.
about ready to cancel that short. Well, don't know what that's all about.
Call from Publix.
Hello, Publix.
This is your Publix pharmacy located at Castleberry Commons. A member of your household has one prescription ready for pickup. There is no charge for this order. Our phone number is 407-673-0788. Please disregard this message if you have picked up prescriptions in the last 24 hours. Thank you for choosing Publix Pharmacy. Goodbye.
Well, is that margin call? Kind of doubt it. Weren't the dog barks supposed to be longs, or could they just be trades? Remember yesterday, we're just kind of setting ourselves up. And you see what we did here at 7,600.
Order filled.
Well, let's see what happens. It dipped down there and got us. And there's the CPT signal. Come on.
Target filled.
All right, I like that. I'm break even playing with house money. See if we could trail it a little bit. Actually, 82 something. We're doing a reaction around there.
Order filled.
All right. Nothing great. You've oh no, just teasing, John, David, just teasing. Ah, that was an Amazon delivery. Well, I guess we got lucky that we got a target one. Could have got 20 to 22 ticks. That's about all. right, 1038. Well, kind of matching up these prices off to the left, right in here in the swing level. Okay. Somewhere around in there. And that's where we got to. If we'd have gone with our original plan with the red line, we would have possibly made target 3. 94. Yeah, we would have made target 3. So, David, you're thinking over 7602, but we need a reversal of a candle right now. A green candle with over about 7602 half. Not looking so great. But I see what you're talking about. Didn't happen. Darn. Dow's up at the highs. Well, not highs, but at a swing high. 661. Or go long at 666. If you guys have any friends that are possibly interested in looking at some futures, very soon, maybe as early as next week, we're going to have a $14 1-month trial. People have been asking for it that did not sign up for the 273 for the year. I was talking to Rick about that this morning. $10.49. Excuse me. I forgot to look at oil, which we do going nowhere here. Well, not seeing a lot. We may have had one trade in oil. Hey, we've gone to a new contract in oil. We've gone to the November contract. We've rolled. Just in case people are interested. NASDAQ coming back down. Well, NASDAQ gave a short signal and then immediately bounced a little bit. Russell looks like a short right here. $15.5. That's our secret signal there, Pablo. Maybe we should open up a new trading room. Proprietary signal. If I told you what the signal was, I'd have to shoot you. Or put a... I'd put a muzzle on you. Russell short didn't last for long. Unleash your potential. Just leave it at that. RTY new day high, or at least attacking it. Watch for the breakout. Cancel that short in the NASDAQ. There's the breakout. Do we get any follow through? The momentum say yes. Dow passed through 666. Well, that Russell didn't go very far. We have a Dow long signal here. Nasdaq's in chop from about 74.84 half, call it 75.84, to maybe 7,600. $15 points. Russell's kind of funky. I would have said until a minute ago from 1712 to 1718 and a half to 1719, but it poked its nose up to almost 20. S&P's in a grind higher. Dow kind of in the same mode. Oh boy, sorry. Oh, my head. $11.07. which long signal is that there, VJ? Any long signal? Or the crosses? Like on the Dow? Yeah. It gets computer generated, but it generates it off of swing levels. A break of basically a reversal. Because it tried to go lower here and could not. It did not even get to target 1 down here on its last one. So, once it made a new swing high above these levels here and then pulled back and then broke up the second time and broke the prior swing level here, the exhaust level around 673 at the completion of that candle is when it gives a long signal 2 ticks above the high. All right, so what does this mean to me? Well, really, what I'm looking for is I'm looking for swing levels. I'm looking for probably a break above this level of 661 or a break down below 631. So let me get the markers here. So that's why I drew this blue line here. And I was looking for anything that lower than that and move lower. All right, so that was what, 37? 16 ticks would be 27, 21. And it made it there. That's target 1. Target 2 is another 20 ticks below that. So 21 will be 01. Would have been down here and didn't make it. So then what I do is I use the trailing stop, or in this case, probably break even plus. And you only made target 1 on that one. All right, so now what I'm looking for is either a move back up and a breakdown below this level here, another swing, or I could think about, let's take away some of the markers. I could think of a long above this swing. This one's too close to a potential flip-flop. A congestion pattern. I'm having, my brain's not functioning well with my head. Chop. This could easily have just turned into that. So what I normally do is wait for a bigger break. Okay. What I'm looking for is a break above this level here. And a lot of the times what I'm looking for is a break above, pull back, and another breakout. And buy the second breakout. Where's my target? Target's up here. The next swing point. All right, let's take this back. Let's take you over to the ES. Now, the ES has been very muted today. The volume is very, very low. You tell that the fact is that we opened right here. Why is that at 8:46? Oh, okay. Finished at 9:30. We're looking for the same thing. Let's identify where the swing levels are. Well, got one here. We got one there. Got one there. So we're looking for a potential break below that swing level or a break above this one. We broke above here. We could go long, and our stop would be either the swing level or the volatility stop. We got up and we pulled back. We just haven't gotten any real follow through in the NASDAQ or in the S&P. Now let's look at where that's occurred with the momentums. This is fairly extended, and my R squeeze is going down. To me, this is not a high probability of working. Price obviously is number one, and price was going up with the momentum going down. Unless the momentum curls back up fairly quickly, this is going to fail. All right. Where was the cross? Are you talking about the... You talking about this cross right there, the buy signal? The Dow? Plus sign, yeah. That is a buy or sell signal. That's an entry signal. Just like over here to the left. That was an entry short signal. And that's where the dots come in. I think you'll find it in that one there. VJ. Yeah. Go look at this again. It's all there. Tells you where the crosses are with a little orange dot and then the three increasing size dots. Target 1, 2, and 3. It talks about the momentum indicators. And you want them to be going up. Not necessarily scalp. It turned out to be a scalp. But what was this thing? All right, there was the signal. Right there. There was the short. There's money management if it gets down to it. There's target 1, target 2, and target 3. Nowhere in there does it say scalp. Right, you have to, yeah, you have to get it ingrained in your brain. Basically, since you don't have the system, it doesn't matter what, I don't use these as the gospel. All right, what I do is I have a set criteria. I have a stop at 20. I have my first target at 16. And I have my second target, target 3 would be 36 ticks. And I determine my own entries. Where do I determine those entries? Swing level breaks. Could be a break here. Could be a break here. So this one right here only made it down to here, which was not even target 1 on the counterpunch trader system. But let's see what it got to. This number right there. Let's call it, I'm going to call it 630, just for a round number. Where would my first target be if it's at 16? Well, let's try it. Where would my stop be? Stop would be up at 650. Notionally. Right here. It needs to be somewhere up there, maybe even a little bit higher. Okay, but 20 right off the bat is probably not bad. It starts to move in a direction. Where is... All right, 630 minus 10 is 20, minus 6 is 4. So 14. Aha. That's what they have as the target, but my target 1's up here. If you look at over here, where did it stop? It stopped right here where we had a continuation pattern right at the start of the day, trading day. Now, target 1 got hit. Whoops. Target 2 did not. Sorry, target 3. Line 36 would have been 20 below 14, 04, 94. Somewhere approximately near their target 2. We didn't come close to it. And the volatility stops, dots came down. Once we got above, say, this break-even level, I'd have been out. So in that trade, it would have been basically a scalp, but they aren't. I don't do scalping trades. Scalping trades to me are looking for very small runs. It would have hit target 1, but not target 3. And would have broken even on the second one, basically. So I'd have got 16, and anything I would have gotten off the other one was gravy. So I'd have probably picked up $80, $75, $90, something like that. Not a lot, but I was looking for the possibility of getting down all the way down to this level here. It didn't make it. It just didn't work. That make any sense to you, VJ? Appreciate the question. And we got a long signal here just a minute ago. Let's take it down here. What do we see in the R squeeze and the momentum indicator? Momentum indicator coming up from the bottom below 0, pointing up. The slope is up. It's pretty flat. It's not like this. Would love to have something the opposite of that. It may be a slope that's a little steeper. My problem is The R squeeze was well above zero. It was going up and then almost immediately flipped to the downside. How could we have anticipated that possibly happening? Where were the highs of the day? Well, the high of the day was there. The body, which I like to use, was right there. They were buying at resistance. All right. There are different entries. I'll have to go look. Hold on. For all intents and purposes, there's no real difference. Let me go to the indicator. Okay. Let me... Unfortunately, you can't see. I'm getting a new video card. Maybe you'll be able to see my... All right. The black or gray would be a counterpunch color or a counterpunch add-on. The green are failed colors, where they have failed breakouts or breakdowns. Those are pretty powerful. The rest of them, I don't use. There's a thing called a trailer. There's something called a get in sync, a second chance. I don't use any of those. Yeah, in fact, most of your signals are going to be failed breakouts or breakdowns. Well, that's green. That's green. That's green. This was a failure to go high from up here. This is a failure after it went lower. It got above the last swing and failed. This one tried to go lower and failed. And it passed a couple of swing levels. Do I have to wait for those signals to go long or short? No. It's following its own system about whether it wants to go long. Could you have potentially gone long before that? I'm not sure what you're trying to do, Pablo. I'll have to take your word for it. I know you're trying to equate SPX to ES. Why are you doing that, though? You do have charts that show both, correct? Just use those charts. There may be some minor differences, but they're going to be pretty much relatively the same. All right, let's look, VJ. There's a swing level. We tried to break down and failed. There's a swing level, but it's too close to a chop level. It hasn't proven that the trend has changed to me yet. Right here was the possibility of going long with the stop down here, and it didn't get taken out. So for me, I would have been, if I'd have been really looking to be a little more aggressive, I'd have been long here. Long in this breakout, following the volatility stop, and look and see. I think we probably would have got target 1. Let's call it 665. 64 and 16, 64, 70, 80. Yep, we would have hit target 1 up here. And up. There's the stop out. Actually, I would, once I hit that target right there, I go to break even on this trailing stop. Why do you think I go to a trailer on a break even? If I went long here, I took the heat. That's not a big deal. Well, that's one thing, but the markets really don't care. Here's one that's technically supportable. If we get up here and get to target 1, I can give it a little breathing room. But the problem is, at some point, if the pullback is too deep, this candle right there, at some point was all the way down to here. So it looked like, change the color. At some point it looked like that. Do I really need for this to let the thing get to 3 big red candles to realize that I don't want to be in that trade any longer? If I get a couple of them and get the retracement too deep after getting up here and getting that retracement, I may as well just get out, because the odds are it's going to continue to go lower. And in fact, it did take out our trailer. It did go back up higher, but not to the moon. And most of the time they don't. So that's what I mean. Is I just say, what is possibly going to appear here that will prove my thesis of a breakout on the long side incorrect? And that's what I do. Okay, folks, I think I've had enough fun for one day. Tomorrow is Quad Witching Day. We'll be here in the morning. I will possibly try to stop in tonight, but I'm not sure I'm going to guarantee that. So let's say that I see you tomorrow morning at 9:15. And let's see what we can do. All right, you guys take care.